Good morning, and thank you to 720 for taking that sound down just a hair. Glad you can all attend this morning's press conference. My name is John Windwick, and I'm the first Vice Chair of the Edmonton Northlands Board, and I'll be your MC this morning. I also wear another hat, which is much more faded and certainly worn out, and that is as a member of the K40 Club of Edmonton for the Kinsmen Club, which, just to give you an idea of history of the Kinsmen Club in Edmonton, my family's been volunteering with the Kinsmen for 45 years in the city. So it's a great organization, and we're very happy to talk about the efforts of Northlands and the Kinsmen today. First, I'd like to thank everyone for attending this morning's kickoff. Kinsmen Club of Edmonton has a long and rich history in the city of Edmonton. They've achieved success on many levels throughout their 85-year history. And I'm excited to stand before you today and say that they have done it again with the Legends experience. Sorry, very excited about this one. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the members of the Kinsmen Club of Edmonton and the Legends Experience Committee who are here today to kick off their inaugural event. Gentlemen, congratulations on all the work that has gone into this and the success it will achieve over the next few months. Our two speakers today are President and CEO Richard Anderson, good friend of mine, and from the Kinsmen Club, an old hockey legend in his own right, Brendan Fitzgerald. With that, I'd like to ask Richard to come up and say a few words.
Thanks, John, and I actually thought he was choked up, but just because of the close affinity he has every time he and I are together, he looks at me and starts getting watery-eyed and so on. So, but hello and welcome. On behalf of our board of directors, our dedicated volunteers, our staff, we're so proud to support the Kinsmen Club in what promises to be a wonderful extravaganza to bring the great one back home, one that will provide valuable financial return to the community and generate some great excitement for everyone here in Edmonton, and we couldn't be more excited about it. Northlands, as most of you well know, share a long and proud history with the Kinsmen. We've actually been partners together for more than 30 years, and while I've only been here 8 months, I've had a chance to get to look through some of the archives and to see some of the things we've done together, particularly through the lottery program, and to see the great work you do. One of the first things I saw when I came to town was the facilities, and I went, are you kidding me? I've been all over the country in North America, and to be able to see the impacts you've had in this community are just fantastic. And it really says a lot about a commonality, because we're very much about community, fostering goodwill, and enriching the lives of Edmontonian. And so through this collaborative work we've been able to do together, and certainly with your major focus, we get to be a part of a magnificent community service engine. What you do with your servant leader focus and what Northlands is about is so similar. And in doing so, we add value to the lives of the people here and enrich our community overall. It's something firmly entrenched in everyone in this room's mind, who we are, what we do, and where we're all going. Edward Taylor Gardner, an eminent Baptist minister and civil rights proponent, said some time back, it's not what you take, but it's what you leave behind that defines greatness. And that's why Wayne Gretzky, a person we all love and synonymous throughout the world of sports as having the moniker of the Great One. He not only impacted millions of people with his incredible hockey skills, and I did get a chance, even though I lived in Pittsburgh and I was a Penguins fan, don't boo me, and I grew up with Lemieux, and actually I got to know Paul Coffey pretty good when he came over there. I certainly realized that Gretzky is the great one, and really in many ways helped define this great sport to what it is. But he not only was this incredible athlete, he also gave so much and left so much behind, and that's really what's so cool about what you're doing here. He's modeled achieving great things that can never be done in isolation. He recognizes how important teamwork is, collaboration, and working in the best interest of others around us, and that's how great things evolve. And so it's not only that he's such a terrific athlete, but also such a great model in terms of the way he's brought things together. And that's why it's so fitting that the Kinsmen Club of Edmonton team up with Wayne Gretzky and again make something great happen here in our community. From Northland's perspective, we're proud to be in your corner to help you help others. So we're very pleased with this and excited for this day and look forward to playing a small role in whatever we can to help this be a very successful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. I threw away my notes, so I'm just going to go off the cuff. Not really much to say, aside from Mark Connolly is in the room today, too, a CBC news anchor, I believe, and a Kinsman as well. Just recognizing that there are so many of us out in the community that volunteer for this great organization called Kinsmen.
What about as a hockey player?
Oh, I was going to say that as a hockey legend, Mark Connolly is way up there. So, and the mask really adds to that flavor. So it is my distinct pleasure to mention another hockey legend, and Brendan Fitzgerald, good friend of mine from the Kinsmen, also a solid hockey player, is going to come up. But we're
Thank you, John. I think you have a bit of confusion between a legend in their own right and a legend in their own mind. Good morning, everyone. Before I get to the announcement, I need to acknowledge and thank Richard Anderson and Northlands for their assistance with organizing this press conference. We would also like to thank our esteemed MC today, Mr. John Winwick. Kin Canada is a nonprofit community service organization. Clubs across Canada work in their communities to promote service, fellowship, positive values, and national pride. More than 7,000 members belong to over 500 Kinsmen, Kinet, and Kin clubs from coast to coast. Every year, Kin clubs contribute millions of dollars to Canadian communities. In fact, Kin members have proudly contributed more than $1 billion to Canadian communities since the association's inception in 1920. The Kinsmen Club of Edmonton has been serving the community's greatest needs for over 85 years. The club is perhaps best known locally for the major sport and recreation facilities it has built in Edmonton over the years, including the Kinsmen Twin Ice Arenas, Kinsmen Sports Centre, and the Kinsmen Pitch and Putt Golf Course. The Kinsmen Club of Edmonton's Salute to Youth program provides a scholarship to every high school in the city for students who achieve both academic excellence and community involvement. The club also sponsors free public skating in every city in the arena in partnership with the City of Edmonton. The Kinsmen Club supports many charitable organizations such as Santa's Anonymous, Ronald McDonald House, the Stollery Children's Hospital, Operation Friendship, Cops for Cancer, and the Canadian Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, to name a few. Cystic fibrosis is actually Kin Canada's national charity of choice, and Kin clubs across the country are proud to have donated nearly $40 million for cystic fibrosis research. This has resulted in individuals suffering with cystic fibrosis to have a life expectancy that has increased by over 30 years during that time. Our latest fundraising project, the Legends Experience, will prove to be one of the Kinsmen Club of Edmonton's greatest events yet. On September 23rd, 2011, at the Northlands Expo Centre, the Kinsmen Club of Edmonton is very pleased to welcome back hockey legend, the great one, number 99, Wayne Gretzky. The Legends Experience will feature an interactive discussion with Wayne, moderated by NHL player and broadcaster Kelly Chase. The evening will include a 4-course dinner, live entertainment, appearances by additional sports celebrities, and a live and silent auction. There will also be a private, multi-million-dollar Wayne Gretzky memorabilia collection on display, one of the largest collections of its kind in the world. The event is limited to 160 tables of 10 guests per table and is expected to sell out quickly. Advanced sales and corporate sponsorship, which began less than a week ago, has received an overwhelmingly positive response. Table packages can be purchased through our website, www.thelegendsexperience.ca. The Kinsmen Club of Edmonton is very proud to be bringing Wayne Gretzky back to Edmonton for the first Legends Experience. The proceeds from this event will help the club and its many charities and activities that they support throughout our great community. At this time, our moderator for the event, Kelly Chase, would like to say a few words.
Hello everyone, a special edition of NHL on the Fly. I'm Kelly Chase, and I'm happy to go to the city of Edmonton, where their favorite son will be returning to the city for a special night with the Kinsmen. And no, I'm not talking about Sheldon Surrey. I'm talking about the great one, the greatest player ever, Wayne Gretzky. Happy to know him, happy to work with him, and happy to do banquets with him. You're wondering, Kelly Chase? Why Kelly Chase? Why Kelly Chase in the city of Edmonton? Well, because I figure I sat and watched him play as many games as you guys did, except I had better seats and didn't pay as much for the ticket. And at the end of the day, I've been fortunate enough to do some banquets with him and been some special occasions with him. And here's some of the stories. We're in Saskatoon. It's a cold day. We're going to do a banquet for the Kinsmen, just like you guys. Wayne Gretzky changes the format on me. Takes me aside. He says, listen, I've changed up things a little bit. Tonight, he said, we're going to have the Prime Minister of Canada. He said, I want to have the Prime Minister at this thing. I know I didn't tell anybody. It's a surprise. I said, all right, I'll change up what I'm going to do as the MC and change up my work that I've got prepared. He said, all right, no problem. The next morning, we meet with the Prime Minister. We're getting ready for the evening. He says, I got to talk to you. I said, what is it? He says, I've changed it up again. He said, I've got a special guest coming tonight. I said, Wayne, God, now I got to change all this work up again. He said, work? What kind of work? What are you talking about? I said, you know, your stats, I got to get it all prepared. Stats, he says, what preparation do you need to do for me? The most, and the most. That's Gretz. He said it in private. He wouldn't say that in public. It was a funny joke that he just enjoyed, just giving me a hard time about. But at the end of the day, this is a guy with class who ended up bringing in Gordie Howe to come back to his native town in Saskatoon. The standing ovation to the bagpiper was only one of the great things that Wayne Gretzky's done. And he's assisted on as many charities as he has goals in the NHL. And he knows how important it is to come back and do things for organizations like you. I'm looking forward to being in the city of Edmonton this fall. What a great announcement and what a great job for the folks in Edmonton. Take care, and we'll see you in the fall.
As Richard mentioned, as great a hockey player as Gretzky was, he's an even better person, which makes us all the more pleased to have him coming for this fantastic event. This concludes the press conference. Thank you very much for coming. We look forward to seeing all of you on September the 23rd, and we'll be available for questions immediately following. Thank you.